Now, motorcyclists and motorcycle manufacturers, everyone seems to be going gaga over ADVs, and TVS has decided that it's time to finally drop their hat in the ring with this, the Apache RTX. Now, the Apache moniker has had the RTR, which is a naked motorcycle. It has the RR, which is a super sport motorcycle, and now it finally has the RTX, which signifies that this is an ADV. Now, the thing with ADVs is they're supposed to work everywhere. Ideally, should be easy to ride in the city, should be comfortable on the highways, and when the road comes to an end and you twist your throttle, you should be able to have fun. Does the Apache RTX do all of that? Well, पिछले एक हफ्ते से मैं ये मोटरसाइकिल चला रहा हूँ, and अगर short में आपको बताना हो तो yes, it's a motorcycle I have come to like, and I think it works pretty well as an ADV. But exactly how does it manage to do all of that, and what are the things that you will have to keep in mind? Let's find out all of that. Hi, my name is Dhruv Paliwal. You're watching Times Drive. Let's get rolling. अब बात शुरू करते हैं Apache RTX के डिज़ाइन के साथ, एंड यहाँ पे मैं सबसे पहली चीज़ ये बोलना चाहूँगा कि देखने में ये एक बड़ी बाइक लगती है. Now if you ask me how big do you think this bike is, I would say this probably looks like a 600cc motorcycle. So on the design front, I think TVS has done well by offering a larger than life design. Let's take a closer look at the elements over here. First of all, you've got this nice headlamp cluster over here. It's a twin pod element. It reminds you of a Tiger maybe. You've got this big windscreen over here, a nice little beak, a mudguard, 19-inch alloy wheels at the front. Then as you move towards the back, you've got this nice ADV style fairing over here and this muscular fuel tank. This crash guard structure that you see is actually well integrated with the motorcycle, but this is obviously an optional extra over here. As you move towards the rear, let's take a look at the seat. It's pretty tall. It's about 835 mm of seat height, quite wide. The rear passenger also gets a slightly stepped up seat of their own, and at the back you have this large luggage rack. And last but not the least, the exhaust. I really love how it looks chunky. It's rectangular, looks really good. The alloy wheel over here, now that is a 17-inch unit. Overall, if I had to talk about the design and the stance of the Apache RTX, तो मैं यहाँ पे यही कहूँगा कि TVS ने काफ़ी अच्छा job किया है, and ultimately it has that big bike look, that big bike desirability factor that we all want from our motorcycles. अब Apache RTX के looks तो बड़े हैं, but ergonomics कैसे हैं? I'm going to climb on the bike to give you a look. My first problem begins as soon as you think about climbing on, because if you're just climbing on regularly and you try and get your rear leg over, it's a bit of a stretch. Now for reference, I am 5'8", and kind of getting on and off the motorcycle, especially with all my riding gear, is a bit of a task. अब इसका एक मैंने छोटा सा hack निकाल लिया था. What I simply do is I just put my leg on the footrest and then I get up on the motorcycle this way. And voila, everything is sorted. Now let's talk about the handlebar position. I love the fact that you don't have to reach out for them. Right from where you're sitting, put your hands out and the bars immediately fall to hand. They're nice, they're wide. You've got your knuckle guards over here. You've also got this windscreen protector. Now, a lot of people have complained about this, that it's not adequate at giving them wind protection. In my time with the bike, I didn't really face an issue like that. I've been riding this on the highway, in the city. Nowhere did I feel that the wind buffeting was too much. It does skim the top of your head a little bit, but mostly I was kind of covered inside the motorcycle. Seat wise, I think the cushioning is rather good. It's not very soft, it's on the harder side, but all that means is that when you're trying to spend hours in the saddle going out touring in the real world, this seat will really help you out. Now another thing I want to talk about over here is your foot position. Now as you can see, this is where my right foot will be when I'm riding the motorcycle. And यहाँ पे handlebar की position काफ़ी straightforward थी. You see there is quite a lot of bend in the leg. अब मैं ये तो नहीं कहूँगा कि these are rear set, they are kind of neutrally set only. But क्योंकि आप बाइक पे काफ़ी आगे की तरफ थोड़ा बैठते हो, and that is why this kind of angle comes into the picture. Starting में it might feel a little bit unnatural, but I think when you start riding the motorcycle, this position really works. Your legs are locked in tightly and your arms are nice and loose, so you have the perfect way to grip the motorcycle and stay loose on it. So I think in terms of ergonomics, the Apache RTX is quite sorted. I also want to quickly talk about the buttons on the Apache RTX. In terms of usability, in terms of the feedback that you're getting from pressing these buttons, I think TVS has done a really solid job over here. They feel really nice to use, but I have one complaint. And that's the fact that on the right side, you've only got your starter button and this entire area has been left blank. Whereas on the left, you've got your horn, you've got your indicator, you've got your 4 buttons to control the screen, you've got your hazard lamp, you've got your cruise control button, and you've got this dipper button. So 6 different functions here and only one here. I think these could have been segregated. Some of them could have come on the right, especially buttons like the hazard button, and some of them could have stayed on the left, like the buttons to control the screen, and it would have been a slightly more ideal setup. Talking about the riding impressions of the Apache RTX, सबसे पहले बात करते हैं उस चीज़ की जो सबसे ज़्यादा new है यहाँ पे, and that is the engine. The engine on this motorcycle, it's a 299cc unit, which is a new unit from TVS. It makes about 36 PS of power, 28.5 Newton meters of torque, and it sends power to the rear wheels via a 6-speed transmission. अब मैं यहाँ पे इंजन की बात करूँ तो आपको 4 different riding modes मिलते हैं: रेन, अर्बन, टूर एंड रैली. रेन और अर्बन में तो मैंने इस मोटरसाइकिल को बहुत ही कम चलाया, एंड दैट इज़ बिकॉज द पावर फील्स रियली लो ओवर देयर, एंड यहाँ पे ऐसा फील नहीं होता कि दोज मोड्स आर इंजीनियर्ड वेल इनफ टू एक्चुअली राइड दिस मोटरसाइकिल. आई स्पेंड मोस्ट ऑफ माई टाइम राइडिंग इन टूर और रैली मोड. अब रैली मोड में क्या होता है कि रियर ABS ऑफ हो जाता है, टूर मोड में वो चीज़ नहीं होती है. इन बोथ ऑफ दीज मोड्स आई थिंक द इंजन रिस्पॉन्ड्स रियली वेल टू माई इनपुट्स. फर्स्ट गियर में आप स्टार्ट करोगे तो थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगेगा कि लो डाउन इंजन में बहुत ज़्यादा टॉर्क नहीं है, एंड दैट इज़ द केस. बट द गियरिंग इट्स बीन डन इन सच अ वे दैट वंस यू मूव पास्ट फर्स्ट गियर, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स में यू वोंट फाइंड कि इंजन के RPMs बहुत ज़्यादा नीचे गिरे हैं, तो आपको लो एंड में बहुत ज़्यादा बाइक नहीं चलानी पड़ती है. दैट इज़ ओनली इफ़ यू आर रियली कमिंग टू अ स्टैंड स्टिल इन ट्रैफिक एंड यू आर इन अ हायर गियर इज़ व्हेन यू विल फील दैट द लो एंड डजंट रियली हैव दैट मच टॉर्क. But as soon as you move forward, you go to the mid-range of this motorcycle, and that is where a lot of the torque comes in. And the story continues as you move towards the top end, towards about 9,000 RPM. The power keeps on coming, and you don't really feel any kind of flat spot or any kind of deviance in the power delivery. अब negative है यहाँ पे, एक है, काफ़ी बड़ा भी कहूँगा मैं इसको, and that is vibrations. Vibrations can kind of be felt in the body panels over here and majorly in the foot pegs, but I think they've done a nice job of isolating the vibrations from the handlebars. Foot pegs में बहुत ही ज़्यादा फील होती हैं, especially when you're nearing 5,000 RPM के आसपास. वहाँ पे I would say vibrations should have been a little bit better in check. In terms of fuel efficiency, I have been really riding it hard, and the lowest I could get the bike to drop to was about 21 and 22 kmpl. But keep in mind, I have not given this bike a breather. But for the small amount of time that I did actually ride it at a sane pace, I can say this, that if you shift properly, if you don't really rev it out too hard, if you drive it gently, this motorcycle will easily get you 32, 33, 34 kmpl in the city. But I think on the highway, 28, 29, 30 kmpl is where this bike will be in its sweet spot. Suspension की quickly बात कर लेते हैं. You've got adjustable suspension at the front, you've got compression and rebound के लिए adjustment over here. ऑनेस्टली स्टॉक सेटिंग जो फैक्ट्री से आती है वहीं पे सस्पेंशन काफ़ी अच्छा फील होता है. अब आप अपने सेटिंग के हिसाब से इसकी कंप्रेशन, रिबाउंड वगैरह सेट तो कर सकते हैं, बट दैट यू विल ओनली बी एबल टू फिगर आउट वंस यू रिडन द बाइक फॉर मेनी किलोमीटर्स, एंड देन यू कैन प्रॉब्ली डायल इन द सेटिंग्स. रियर सस्पेंशन में भी आपको यहाँ पे प्रीलोड के लिए एडजस्टेबिलिटी मिलती है, विच इज़ अ नाइस थिंग. बात करता हूँ ब्रेक्स की. द ब्रेक्स work really well, they stop really well, you've even got feedback, but I feel like the ABS is a little bit intrusive, especially this being an ADV. जब आप brakes apply करते हो, the bike kind of dives a little, and at that point of time, if you're coming from a higher speed, the ABS just suddenly kicks in, and you know for a fact that the ABS is not required at that point of time. I think at higher speeds, the ABS is highly intrusive, especially when you're getting really hard on the brakes. That could be a little bit better, but overall अगर मैं राइड क्वालिटी की यहाँ पे आपसे बात करूँ एंड ओवरऑल चलाने में जो कॉन्फिडेंस की बात करूँ, दैट आई थिंक इज़ द मेन पार्ट ऑफ द राइडिंग एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ दिस मोटरसाइकिल. क्योंकि आप इसे कहाँ भी चला रहे हो, दिखने में बाइक बड़ी लगती है, बट वंस यू गेट ऑन इट, The bike feels really small, it wraps around you. Traffic में if you're trying to make gaps, the handlebar feels really easy to maneuver. Even on the highway, carrying higher speeds doesn't feel like a task on this motorcycle. So overall अगर मैं यहाँ पे चलाने के एक्सपीरियंस की बात करूँ, I think TVS has engineered the motorcycle really well. अब इसी के साथ एक नजर डाल लेते हैं अपाचे RTX के ऑफ-रोड मैनर्स पर। यहाँ पर अगर मैं बात करूँ इसके सस्पेंशन की, तो जस्ट लाइक ऑन रोड, ऑफ रोड भी ये काफी अच्छा साबित होता है। कंटिन्यूस गड्ढे वाली रोड के ऊपर या बिल्कुल टूटी हुई रास्तों पे या फिर जहाँ पे ऑफ रोड आपको गड्ढे ही गड्ढे मिलते हैं, वहां पर भी ये काफी सेटल्ड रहता है। अब इसकी वजह से आप काफी कॉन्फिडेंट फील करते हैं इस बाइक को ऑफ रोड चलाने में, जिसकी वजह से आप एक बेटर पेस भी कैरी कर पाते हैं। छोटी मोटी जंप्स हो, ये बाइक काफी आसानी से ले लेती है। नीचे एक स्टील की बैश प्लेट दी गई है इंजन को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, जो कि काफी कॉन्फिडेंस इंस्पायर करती है, सो दैट यू कैन एक्चुअली गो फास्टर ओवर ब्रोकन स्टफ। Now the one small complaint I had was that when you're standing up on the bike, you do feel comfortable, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपके लेग्स जो हैं वो टैंक के आसपास बहुत अच्छे से लॉक नहीं हो पाते हैं। सडन डायरेक्शन चेंजेस करना इस बाइक पे एकदम इतना आसान नहीं होता है। साथ ही साथ इस बाइक का जो बड़ा साइज है, ऑल्दो चलाने में ये छोटी फील होती है, बट उस बड़े साइज की वजह से जो पतली ट्रेल्स होती हैं, जो जंगल्स के अंदर जनरली जो ऑफ रोड इंथुजियास्ट जहाँ पे चलाना पसंद करते हैं, वहाँ पे ये बाइक चलाने में अपने साइज की वजह से थोड़ी सी चैलेंजिंग जरूर प्रूव हो सकती है। Now with that, it's time for me to sum up my opinions about the Apache RTX, and let's quickly take a look at the price of this motorcycle. Now this is the BTO variant and it costs 2.29 lakh rupees ex-showroom. I think for everything that TVS is giving you over here, this is a fantastic price. As far as rideability goes, it's a really good bike. Got a few niggles such as the vibrations and I would say that fuel efficiency under hard riding could have been slightly better, but these are not things that will make you not want to buy this motorcycle. I think the Apache RTX is doing well enough to warrant that price tag. So if you're looking for an ADV about the 300cc mark, I don't think there's a better bike than this on offer right now.